All right, you guys, welcome to our Body Electric Weekly webinar. We are all the way into October of 2019, which is crazy that we're already looking at the final quarter of the year. I know a lot of us have been looking at sort of end of year goals and the types of things that we're shooting for to wrap up the year strong. So I thought it'd be really cool to kind of take a break from you guys hearing from me all the time, because you know, I know how that can become white noise eventually, and I get boring for you. So I thought, let's bring on some guests. Let's bring on some people that are not only just mentors to me in the business and people that are, you know, successful in Beachbody, but also people who are outside of our business, whether it's in network marketing or otherwise. So we've got this sort of call lineup for October and early November, and Shelly's kicking that off for us. So I'm super excited to do this tonight. But I did want to just let you guys know just a couple quick things. A couple things that have been in the weekly announcements, but one thing especially, but I wanted to make sure we brought attention to it. And that is the fire pit party that's happening at my house on November 2nd. If you have not already grabbed your free ticket, the reason I did the tickets was just so that I could have a good head count to make sure that you're committed and coming. So if you've not already grabbed your ticket, make sure you do that, and make sure that you're also grabbing a ticket for any of your family members who are coming as well. So that will give me, that's the whole reason for it, is just so that I know how many people are coming, so that I know how much food to do. So that's the first thing. So I'm excited for that. Really, really looking forward to that. And our deck and our outdoor space should be completely ready to go. So that'll be fun. Feel free to bring your kids to that as well. We'll have some games set up and stuff like that. So, and then the second thing I wanted to say is Erin, who's on this call tonight, she is going to be creating for us a couple of different things. She is creating well, I can't believe I'm going to say this out loud, but I am. A cropped hoodie. Yes, Jenny Swisher is going to say yes to a cropped hoodie. Now, here's why. Because I feel like I would never say yes to a cropped tank. You guys know this about me, but the cropped hooded sweatshirt thing is different. Like, you can still wear a tank underneath it, right? You can make it longer if you need to. It's very in style right now. So she's creating a Morning Meltdown 100 hoodie for us, or sweatshirt for us, that, as you guys know, the notebook or the planner that comes with the notebook for Morning Meltdown that says B100, she's taking the B100 logo and she's putting it on the front of the sweatshirt. It goes really well with Body Electric. So she's going to put that on the front. We're going to have somewhere on there the Body Electric logo, probably pretty small somewhere. So she will provide the details for that. I've given her just the reins. So when you have that done, sis, you just post the team page, let us know how to pay you. She's going to take care of that. She also has made some Energize stickers to go on your shaker cup or your mason jar, or however you like to drink your Energize. And I think it says, did we decide on Mama Juice? Is that what it says?
It just says Mom Juice.
Mom Juice, just Mom.
And then the O in Mom is the Body Electric logo.
Perfect. Yeah. So she's created some little stickers too. So I'm assuming, Erin, you can handle that in one thing. So if they want to buy both, then you can ship both at the same time.
Yeah, we can do that.
Perfect. So she's going to handle that, and she's going to post that stuff on our team page. That's something that has not been in our weekly announcements, but I was excited to share that too. So yay for that. Okay. So now we can dive into Shelly. So Shelly and I met, I don't know, it's been a while ago. We were originally neighbors in both of our old neighborhood. And I think I had lived in the neighborhood not a very long time, and I was invited along by Shelly to join a neighborhood bunko group that she had.
That's right. I was trying to figure it out. I was like, was it the pool?
No, I think, well, you know what? I think you had some sort of party or something at your house, or a block party. There was like a neighborhood block party. And then from there, I got invited to do this bunko thing, which was completely out of my comfort zone. And I did it anyway. And then sometime around May of 2010, after a bunko night one night, Shelly had been talking about how she had been doing P90X and Shakeology. And she was the person who introduced me to coaching and
Isn't that crazy?
Crazy. And to the P90X program that started my journey almost 10 years ago. And so, yeah, so that's crazy. And that's kind of how we started out. So now we don't live in the same neighborhood anymore. We don't see each other as often, but when I sat down and I started thinking about, okay, who are some people that I really think could speak some good truth into my team and who really balance me out, I was thinking, like, Shelly brings the fun. And I know that that is totally what we need. And that's what we need this time of year too. When you work in health and fitness in October, we need somebody to bring the fun and bring the energy.
Oh, Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
a lot of pressure, Shelli.
She's a superstar director with Scentsy. If you're not familiar with Scentsy, I'm sure she can tell you all about it, or you can look into it. But I know I have warmers all over my house. I've got pumpkin roll right now going. It's for some reason I only like fall scents, so I will have fall scents in my house usually like 3/4 of the year. But I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of Shelli, and I'm excited that she's here too.
Oh, thanks.
So I'm going to hand it over to you. I'll mute myself. If you have any questions for me during it, you can, but you can tell me to unmute myself or whatever, ask me a question.
All
But
right.
if you guys have questions for her, I will have you just maybe type them in the chat or save them for the end. Otherwise, we'll just let her roll with it.
Yeah, and it doesn't, you guys interrupt me. Like, if I get too talking, you guys are bored, just interrupt me. It is really awesome to be here with you guys. Thanks, Jenny, for inviting me. I thought this was a great idea to jump on your Zoom, because I have watched your whole Beachbody journey. For the most part, I've been there the whole way. So it's been fun to watch you build your empire and see you thrive in this environment and in this industry. It's been very exciting. So I feel very privileged to talk to you guys, because I absolutely love what I do, and I love talking to others in the industry that are building businesses and changing lives. Yeah, so Jenny already told you guys, we've been friends longer than we've been using Scentsy and longer than we've been drinking Shakeology. So we've both been part of each other's, I don't know, like businesses and experiences. So it's exciting. So to give you a little bit of background about me, I started my Scentsy hobby in February of 2009. At the time, I had a toddler and a kindergartner. That kindergartner is now a freshman at Ball State. And I just wanted a little bit of extra cash so I could go on play dates and do some things outside of the house and not be strapped for or taking money out of the family budget to do these things. And I say hobby because that is what it was. It was my Scentsy hobby. I had no intention of making any money. I just wanted a discount, and I wanted an unlimited supply of wax for myself and my friends. That was it. Well, one thing led to another, and by Thanksgiving that year, I found myself earning a vacation to Hawaii, and that wasn't bad. You know, I'm a mom, fitting it all in, taking care of 2 kids. I had a husband that traveled a lot for his work, and here I am going to Hawaii, you know, so it was a big deal. And it was funny because when I was getting ready to go to Hawaii is when I was trying to get fit and shape, and that is when I was doing I don't know if it was P90X or whatever was out in 2009. So I either had bootleg P90 and started Insanity, and that's when Julie said, you better be drinking Shakeology. So that was when Shakeology all kind of shook out, and then that was really close to when Jenny, you started the shakes and started the stuff too. So that was kind of my how it kind of overlapped a little bit. Well, anyway, a few years into my Scentsy journey, I went through a really ugly divorce, and because of my hard work and the business that I built, I had a sustainable income, and I was so grateful. I did not have to write a resume. I did not have to look for a job. My kids, their world was already being torn apart. They didn't have to worry about me not being there for them. You know, I had a flexible schedule, and I was a work from home mom already. So tonight, I want to share a few things with you about how you can keep it simple, stay plugged in, and build a Beachbody business as big as you want to work it to be. Okay, guys, this business model that we're in, you probably know this. It's not easy, but it doesn't have to be complicated. It's as simple as sales, service, and sponsoring. Now, we say sponsoring and Scentsy. Do you guys call it recruiting, or when you have a new coach that joins your organization, is it recruiting? Okay, so basically you guys are focused on 3 things: sales, service, and recruiting. you're selling yourself, you're selling the opportunity to be a coach, and you're selling Beachbody products. And you guys know how to do that better than anyone else. And you have Jenny and all kinds of resources to help you share those products and become expert at recruiting new coaches and promoting those products. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about that, but I will tell you the more ways that you can incorporate sharing those products and the more things that you do to fit those programs into your business plan, you are going to be more successful. Just make sure that every single day you're using a variety of ways to share what you do and what you use. And you've got the sales part covered. So I want to talk a little bit about service. Customer service is no more than just building relationships and being yourself. If you can keep it that simple, it's just building relationships and being yourself. Customer service is so important because this is what's going to set you aside and apart from why should I have a Beachbody coach versus just going to the gym? Why should you be my coach versus someone else? And why shouldn't I just go on Amazon and buy a program, right? Like one of my neighbors just recently, she's like, oh, I just go on Amazon. And I'm like, you can't go on Amazon and buy that. You know, there's coaches that do that. You know, you need to call my friend Jenny, you know. So you need to kind of just think about that a little bit. What are you doing and how are you making your customers feel special that they know you are you are their go-to Beachbody fitness person, whether they're your customers, your friends, or your family. You want to make sure that that is who you are and what you're doing for them. And so I started thinking about this. You know, I can talk all day long about, you know, how I can be different than the Scentsy consultant down the street or at the event. Some of my consultants, even just recently, Riley Days, I don't know if you guys are locals or if you're across the country, but Riley's Days was this past weekend, and I had 2 different people in my organization having booths at the same fair. They are totally 2 different consultants, and they both did amazing at the same festival. But they are, if you walked into their booths, you know it's Scentsy, but one was this girl and one was this girl, and they're completely differently branded, and they have a totally different level and different style of service. So think about that and how you're presenting yourself to your audience as the best Beachbody coach. You are the best Beachbody coach to your audience. And when you're doing this, it kind of goes down to not just who you're selling to, but remember that first thing that you're selling is yourself. How are you selling yourself to all these people and the opportunity to join you and be a coach along your side? How are you doing that? Are you thanking your customers? Are you following up and checking in with them? Are you making sure they know how to log in? Do they know how Beachbody On Demand connects to their device? I know there's times where I was like, when something was going wrong, I just texted Jenny and she got me help. Are you making sure that everybody that is buying your products, that you're the best Beachbody coach for them? Because you know, when there's new products and new programs released, are you keeping track of what they're doing so that you can recommend new products and new programs for them? Maybe it's a new challenge group, or are they being challenged in their current challenge group that they're in with you? And are there new products that might happen to help the regimen? The more you know about them, the more you connect with them, the more they're going to feel, wow, she really cares. She really knows, you know, what she's doing, and she knows what I'm doing, and she's really very helpful. Then that leads to like more referrals and keeps the business going, right? And that's a really good way to serve your audience. So I was also kind of like brainstorming, and bear with me, this might like not even, but in Scentsy world, we always say that there is something Scentsy going on every single month. And I was thinking, how does that equate to like Beachbody and for you guys? Well, just everyone around you, every single person you come in contact, just life and the calendar in general gives you a reason why you should be following up and talking and serving your customers every single month, right? Are they pushing play daily? What is their obstacle this week? What's their obstacle this month? Do they feel supported by you? Text them, call them, email them. Whatever you're doing to set yourself aside apart from those other coaches, make sure you're getting in front of your customers and using as excuses. So Jenny had brought up that October is kind of the opposite of what I'm experiencing. Right now, our biggest crisis yesterday was that our gnome warmer sold out in 7 days. And we're thinking, we had a gnome warmer last year and it only made it 3 weeks into October. Why didn't they make more gnome warmers? This was like a huge crisis. Like, I mean, business halting yesterday that people are freaking over this cute gnome is no longer available. We can't get our hands on anymore. So when we came to the end of the day, you guys, this is so crazy. We're like, why did they make more warmers for us? Well, they did. We just outsold what they projected. So in Scentsy world, what that meant is yesterday they had projected for us to sell, let's say, 100 units a day compared to last year selling 62 units a day. We sold 1,000. So our little gnome warmer sold out in 7 days. So I was thinking about, like, okay, you guys are sitting in October and you might not have a gnome Christmas warmer, but you have a lot of opportunities around you. It is the last 90 days of the decade. I can't even wrap my head around that. When I read that I was like, you're right, it's 2019. It is the last 90 days of the decade. You are in the health and fitness industry. If there is no better time to jump on some sort of, I've got to get fit before the end of this year, I am not going into 2020 fat or unhealthy, you guys have a huge audience and opportunity for this. So Rachel Hollis, who's familiar? Everybody, right? Rachel Hollis? Okay, so this is my tracker. Don't judge me. I have not checked it off at all. But I did do her last 90 days last year, and it was very helpful for me. So I have been following it. I just haven't been tracking it. And if, for those of you guys who are not familiar, her last 90 days has you waking up an hour early to do something for yourself. She has you working out at least 20 minutes. She has you drinking more water. She has eliminating one food that you know you should not be eating. And she has you keeping track of your gratitude, just 3 things you're thankful for every day. Simple, right? She has maximized this and made it a thing. So what if you guys, I was trying to think of something that you guys could do for the last 90 days of the decade. Don't do 90 because Rachel already owns the last 90, but isn't that everything that you guys stand for and promote? Take the last 80 days of 2019 and really figure out what you guys want to do. So the last 80 days, that 100 day, okay, I've been doing it, Jenny. I've been pushing play since October 2nd. I started day 1. What is it, 100 workouts, morning meltdown? You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yep, 100 days.
100 days. So it's the last 80 days, if you got in your entire customer base or anybody who's watching you to push play for the last 80 days, that is such momentum that's going to kick off your January. You're going to have an amazing audience with this opportunity. So even if they didn't catch on October 1st, think what you can do for the last 80 days or the last 60 days and what kind of program. So what motivated me to push play on October 1st is because I told Jenny knows this, so you guys will be in on my secret. I turned 49 right after Christmas, and our family is taking a cruise from the 29th through the 6th. And I'm thinking, it's the last 90 days of the decade. I am carrying 20 pounds for the last 3 years. I am at least going to push play for every single day until 2020, until I get on that ship, right? So I have committed to myself. So I'm speaking as a customer and as someone who has a vacation over the holidays. You guys have a huge opportunity right now. So I know that your creative minds are already like going and wrap around that, so I don't even have to tell you anymore. But think about how you can max out a 60-day or the last 80 days of 2019. So there's your little tidbit for, or my little idea for you for sales and service. So sponsoring. You guys have a very unique business model in that you're going to have coaches that are just want a discount. You have an expensive product. You have people want it. They need it. Everybody eats, and everybody should be having some sort of fitness in their life. So anybody and everybody that's interested in those things should be a coach, right? They should all be a coach. So you guys have, for whatever reason they want to do it, you have all the resources that you have available to you to make that happen for you. But I'm going to just tell you a couple little quick stories that might help you change your mindset around that. No matter whether they're paying off credit cards, earning extra income, I've helped women over the years and men, but mostly women in my business, pay for kids' activities, private school tuition, take their husbands on vacation. That's a big one in the Scentsy incentive trip world. I've helped women quit their jobs to stay at home with their kids. All of these things can happen. And when these things happen for people that you bring into your organization, you are going to find that your goals and your accomplishments all fall into place. But it all starts with those coaches that you bring into your organization and you show them how it can make an impact in their world. And I have a fun little story. It's the red car story. And I might not tell it perfectly or the way it was told to me, but when you're talking to people and they decide to become a coach and they say, I just want to get a discount on that really expensive shake that you're making me drink. And you say, okay, but I want you to also think about all the people in your world that would benefit from a discount on a shake. And then I want you to think about when you're keeping it a secret that you're a Beachbody coach, I want you to think about that one mom that is looking for something in the world. You know, did you guys know that like 50% of our population doesn't have someone that they could pick up the phone and call if something traumatic happened right now? 50% of our population doesn't have a go-to person. That just breaks my heart because so many people are stuck on their social or their scroll. But all of you, I bet anybody who's on this live or listening to it, you all know that your best bud is one of your fellow Beachbody coaches that you talk to daily, who have the same things in common. And think about that. Like, so the next time you bring a coach into your organization, just say, I just want you to keep your eyes open and your ears open. Now you're a coach and you have the ability to bring other people into your organization. They could be coaches. Even though you want a discount, there might be somebody in your world that wants more than that. So I've made this mistake. This is not my mistake, but I've made this mistake before where I brought somebody into my organization and I was so excited for them. And I thought oh my gosh, they are going to be my next rock star. So our first level of leadership we have different levels of leadership, but we have directors, star directors, and superstar directors. That's like your, where you want to be. Like if you're going to build this as a business. Now there's levels below director, but director is usually what I'm looking for, right? I always want, she's going to be my next director. She's going to be my next rock star. So I've made this mistake where I've placed what I thought they should be on them. So here, so you're having a coaching call with this new coach and you're on the phone with them and you think, oh my gosh, I want the world for them, right? And you're excited, you're telling them all this information, and then They don't do anything with it, and you don't know why. They haven't drank their shake, they haven't pushed play, they've kept it a secret, and you don't even know why. Because you told them that they're going to be the next diamond, and really all they wanted is a discount. So this woman in this coaching call, she said, I want to buy a new car. She's like, oh, you can totally do that with this business. It was not Scentsy. You can totally do this with this business. You can buy any car you want. Oh my gosh, a red sports car. I totally see you driving up in your Mustang. You're going to have such a great time. So a month later, they're having their coaching call, and they're like, how did you do on this, this, and this? And the woman says, I didn't do anything. Well, why not? I thought you wanted a new car. You're going to look so great in your new Mustang. She goes, yeah, I went and got a part-time job. Well, why'd you do that? I thought you were going to do this business. Well, you see, I don't want the things that you wanted for me. I just need a new car because my son doesn't want me to drop him off in front of the school because of our car. It makes too much noise. She just needed a new car, not a Mustang. So I tell you this story, however it meets you where you're at, whether you're just coaching for a discount or you're coaching for a bill, or someone in your path comes and they're at the grocery store and they don't have that extra $20 to get everything that's on the belt. Think about, as you're looking for new coaches to bring into your business over the next 60, 90 days and kicking off the new year, what do they want? Because if you help them with what they want as you sponsor and build your empire, that's going to take you to the level you want to be at. And if they want a discount, great. Just make sure they're not keeping it a secret, that you'll help the people they bring into the organization that want more. All right. So the third thing you're selling is your beach. Oh, wait. I'm totally all over the place. So once you do those three things, you just want to repeat. Get your systems in place and repeat. You're going to find new people. You're going to show them how to do what you're doing, how it's going to work best for them, and repeat. That's how you keep it simple. So you want to stay plugged in. I'm looking at time. Okay, I'm going to speed this up. So you want to stay plugged in. And Jenny is amazing. She keeps things organized. She runs pretty tight ship. I know her personality. If anyone's going to help you organize your time and be productive, Jenny could be your go-to, and I'm sure you have plenty of resources. But what I want to stress in this section of staying plugged in is, not only do you want to take advantage of all the training, all the resources, and all the things that could make you successful, but I want to make sure that you're setting a work schedule. Something was told to me, and I really like the way not only do you need to be disciplined with your workout and your diet and promoting yourself and promoting the product and all these things, but you really need to be disciplined with your time and making sure that you're setting aside a block of time every single day for your business. Whether it's a power hour or a block of time, or maybe it's just 15 minutes 4 times a day that you're checking in with your business. You don't want to find yourself with these huge ambitious goals and dreams, but you're only putting in little tiny bits of work. Your $50 work is not going to earn your $500 paycheck. So if your business is worth it and your goals are worth it, make sure you're not living your Beachbody dream life without doing that work. So I had a little bit of other stuff. So let's talk about, now we're plugging it in, making sure you're training, making sure that you're spending lots of time with your business. Oh, I do have a couple time things before we jump to having fun. If I have 15 minutes a day and that's all I have, or a 15-minute chunk of time, like this afternoon, I'm like, oh, I have 15 minutes before I leave to the dentist. I always have like just a few tasks written down. Today it was, I needed to send a few follow-up texts. Tomorrow it might be just responding to a text from a customer or an email for a prospect. Keep a list of things that you can do in 15 minutes or less, and maximize your time. And I'm going to give you some advice. Moms, I'm sure there's some moms in the, or some people who have like some spouses or demanding jobs outside of Beachbody. I want to give you guys permission. It is okay to set a block of time for your business. If you are working towards your goals and your dreams, stop feeling guilty. If you're working this business to earn an income that's going to allow you to do the things that are going to make you who you want, or make things happen for yourself and for your family, you're worth it, and it's okay. Share your goals with your family. Someone had told me one time, have a board of director meeting. So I did. I said, hey family, this is my goal for the next 6 months, and you're part of it because this is where you fit into it. Right now, the current goal for our house is I want to take my kids to New York City. Our incentive trip is New York City to Bermuda, but I want to take my kids to New York City for a week before I get on the ship. So, and my kids have been bugging me, they want to go. It's very exciting for them. So I have a board of director meetings, and I tell them how they can help me in my business and respect that. Even as small as Jenny, when we lived in the same neighborhood, I was earning an Scentsy trip to Disney. And my little 5-year-old who wanted to go to Disney knew how to sticker my bars for me. And, you know, all through the years, it's funny, whatever it is. So it's okay. Have your board of director meeting and assign those things that you can do in your business to your family so they can respect that you do have a home-based business and it's important, and these are our goals and these how they play into your business. And that will help you set those boundaries and make sure that every single day you're having time for your Beachbody business. And the last thing is we need to have fun. You guys love what you do. That's why you decided to be a coach. You're passionate about Beachbody. You're passionate about the lifestyle you live. You have enthusiasm for helping others live a healthy lifestyle. And you brand yourself doing these things. So that is how you're going to have fun. You want to own it. You want to believe in what you're doing. You want to share that enthusiasm with others and just tell as many people as you possibly can how much fun you're having living your Beachbody lifestyle. And once you own it, it all kind of comes together. People will start asking you, how'd you do that? Hey, I want to be part of that now. People will be watching you that you don't even know that are watching you. I think that's all I have. I know, I was like, hope it wasn't all crazy over the place. I try to take like some Scentsy nuggets and make it Beachbody for you.
That's perfect. I was actually going to say, how many people, well, first of all, I wish way back in 2010 or whenever all this started for both of us, I so wish sometimes that Beachbody would have been the avenue that you chose at that time, because I love your perspective, and I can remember so many nights of like sitting in your car after Bumgo and you giving me, like, you got to read this book and you got to check this out and you got to watch this video. And a lot of your energy and your passion for this type of business back in 2010 is what got me fired up and excited about pursuing it. So I think that's perfect. And I think we need you on our call more often. So
yay. Well,
yeah,
and it's interesting that you say that, Jenny, because I think that's a very important piece that I stumbled on it by accident to bring it up. So I think passionate about your product is one of the key things. You have to be and I'm passionate about Beachbody. I still drink my shakes. I still push my play. I try to get down in the basement 3 to 4 mornings a week and push play on something. So I like that, but that was not my passion to build my empire with. Mm-hmm. And fragrance was, and it was before Beachbody came into my world. And I think you guys are going to find that if you haven't already, as you're recruiting and you're offering the opportunity to bring new coaches in your organization, you're going to find that. And that is super. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in the product that you're promoting. And you also have to really, really believe in the business model. Mm-hmm. And if those 3 things can all click, once you feel them click, There is no stopping you in this business. No stopping. Believe in yourself, believe in Beachbody, believe in it as a company and a product. And those two things, you're golden.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. Yeah, it's funny because I was taking notes as you were talking, and I was thinking back on my first experience with Scentsy, as far as like my, getting a warmer from you and getting wax from you way back when. And I can remember like the first time you dropped, I ordered my first thing, and you brought it to my house. And of course she lived in my neighborhood, but like you hand delivered it. It was in a clear baggie with like tissue paper stuffed in it. It was like a gift. Like she had it, like it was so fancy, I'm like, whoa, like this is like a whole thing. And then I can remember from there, like I remember I texted you like a month or so later, and I'm like, oh man, my light bulb burned out. I'm like, how do I order another one? And like it wasn't 10 minutes and there was a light bulb on my doorstep. And I've worked with, I've ordered Scentsy things off and on for ever since then, and every time she's got that customer service thing down. So I'm so glad that you touched on that, because in our business, it's a little bit different because we don't house physical product. We don't hand deliver Shakeology, right? Like Beachbody handles that for us. And so I think sometimes we almost get, and I'll say this word freely, and I'm not saying it in a derogatory way. We get very millennial about the type of business that we're in, because we're like, well, Beachbody handles that. Like if there's something screwed up, then Beachbody handles that, and Beachbody handles the customer service. And can you believe that my customer got this whatever product and the bag was busted? Oh, Beachbody, right? Like we're so used to like almost getting down about it when things like that happen. And I feel like when you take a look at somebody who's successful in a, what I'll call traditional network marketing business, right? Like with Scentsy, you're hand delivering a lot of the bars and the warmers and stuff. Like when that happens, it's like you are the customer service. Like you are the person. And that's really, there's no difference with what we do as coaches. We might not be the ones shipping them the bag of Shakeology, but we are still the face of the company to them. Like these people don't know Carl Deichler. They don't know Joe from wherever on the phone from the 1-800 line. So I think that's so important. And I'm glad you touched on that too. So I see where Julie asked a question here. And if you have any other questions, feel free to pop them here in the chat, or you can unmute yourself. She asked, yeah, did you see her?
Believe, own it, passion, enthusiasm, and brand yourself. So believe in yourself, own your product, own your company. You are your face of your business. And then passion, enthusiasm for your products and what you have to offer, and then brand yourself to do that. But believe is the real key. It's believing in the whole business model. And you just said it right there. How can we not believe in a business model that I did not have to take a bank loan for $500,000? I did not have to design that gnome warmer. I didn't have to be the legal team that had to worry about anything. I didn't, when you think about all that, I was like just even thinking about, okay, in research and development alone, would you have wanted to invent Shakeology? Do you have a studio on the ready to like make look all cute and fancy for every different program and design and choreograph 100 workouts? No, let her do that for me. All I have to do is tell people all they have to do is push play. And it goes right to their own device, right? So customer service, like, you guys, just because it's going to their door, we have a Scentsy club, and it is like this new thing where now my customers are getting their bars every 30, 60, 90 days, whatever they want it on, and it goes straight to their thing. They don't even have to contact me. This cute little box shows up, and it's all their Scentsy club items. But I see that in my order history, and I immediately send them a text. Hey, it looks like your Scentsy club order arrived today, and I'm totally old school. Straight up, am I freezing?
No, you're good.
Okay. So yeah, I would just say make sure that you're checking out who did, 1 day a week, whatever day that is, follow up Friday. You go in there on Friday, anybody who got a shake that week, make sure they have a new recipe. Figure out what you love and own it. If it's making sure that everybody's pushing play, have a push play club, anything that's going to make them only come to you and want to renew with you.
Yeah. So our team may not be very the company as a whole is always something that for like their benchmark for sales goals for each ad. Because of the way that program is structured, the only point of within that system are people who are new. So we don't have to be from someone who, and so I feel like because of that, because my focus is on the new stuff being in for people, it's easy to not necessarily forget about the old people or forget about faithful fans that we have or numbers we have, but it just feels like we're constantly looking for new. So because of that, you're not always taking the best care of the people that you have. And so I think that that's so valuable because just since July, our team specifically has sort of gone rogue and we've created our own goal system and benchmarks to shoot for. And we've started using Google Streak, a lot of us have, and it's really helping us keep track of our people, not just the new people that we are bringing in on a monthly basis, but people that we have that we're working with that we need to just be touching base with to make sure. Looks like some people are having some technical issues. Okay. Any other questions for those of you who are on here without issue?
Yeah.
Shelli?
Yay. Yeah, I would just say find something and own it and put a system in place so that it makes it easy for you to be duplicatable. You don't want to like, oh, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and you're jumping all around. Just own one thing that you're really passionate about and start there. So if it's drinking your shake every day, have a streak for drinking shake every day. You know, let's hit, you know, if it's pushing play because you really want to focus on your renewals in January, make sure they're using them for the, you know, use those subscriptions for the next 60 days or on January or whenever they're due to get renewed. They're not going to renew with you if they haven't pushed play. So we have like Wax Wednesday. Make sure all your customers are changing their wax on Wednesday, because if they're not changing out their wax, they're not buying more. So whatever that equates to or whatever you want to focus on, just hone in on one thing, own it, and then get that system in place, and then you can kind of layer on that.
Yeah.
Like your customers will be like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you reminded me. I need a new recipe. I was getting bored. And if you don't check in, you're not going to know that they no longer want chocolate and they don't know how to change it, so they just canceled it. Or you know.
Yep. Absolutely.
Well, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
So if any of you have not been exposed to the world of Scentsy and you'd like to illuminate your home with some fragrance, Shelli's your girl. The graphic that I posted in the team page has her phone number. I would say text her because I don't know. I've never texted you at 1 o'clock in the morning, but I can't imagine you wouldn't respond within 10 minutes because you're just
probably not. 10 and 3, I'll take your order.
So you can contact her that way. But yeah, thank you, Shelli, for spending your time with us tonight. Obviously, our business has no impact on you, so I'm grateful that you decided to give us the time and knowledge and expertise.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah, tell Walter I said hi.
I will.
And
let me know what you guys end up deciding to do. I want to hear. Tell Jenny or pass it on or shoot me a message. I want to hear what you guys decide to do with a few of the ideas I gave you.
Yeah, I'm excited.
How it works out for you. All right.
It works out perfectly. All right, you guys, this is recorded, so I'll have this up on the team page as usual tomorrow for people who weren't on live. I know it's big fall break week, so I know there's people looking for the recording. I will do my best to have it up early in the morning. If you have any questions for me, please let me know. Otherwise, we have no team call next week. I will be out of town. But then the following week, we have another guest speaker in Brad Bizjack. He is going to speak to us. He's a motivational speaker, and he's speaking to us about limiting self-belief. And I've heard him speak before, and he's fantastic. So hopefully you guys can hop on there live as well. So have a great night, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Thanks.